All right, Shalom. This is the brother Kaya from the gym. That's Louisiana Saints coming back at you with another Rod and Talk. Prior to get started, as I always do, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rikagodash, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the Akims that's pushing the truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, this video will be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And man, this is an unrighteous decree, man. It says, I'm going to dive right into the article. It says GOP lawmakers want would-be fathers to pay child support from conception. So as horse as these women are, freaks, unloyal, disobedient to their husbands, as these women are, all right, you'll put forth a law, the oppressors that's, you know, oppressing Jake, right? Because obviously he gonna find a way to uproot this law, you know, or to get around it, right? Because again, they're the ones that make the law, so they can amend it to, you know, amend the law to fit their people, man. All right. Then he can afford lawyers to find loopholes and different things inside the law. But for Jake don't got no money. Jake is the feeble. All right. And before I start to get into this lesson, I'm gonna play a little quick video on it, and I'm gonna desire be edifying, man. But this is unrighteous, man. All right, this is unfucking righteous, man. You know, especially the Jakes, because Jake are the ones that's fruitful, you know, having the kids. All right, and for the most part, they're probably the nation with the highest, you know, nation of adultery, man. All right. Which these other nations, you know, commit adultery, but for the most part, Jake under the curses, man. All right, that women shall be a whore in the city. All right, and come on, man, you want to make men just pay for conception? Hey, the woman can just end up saying, look, I conceived, got rid of the child, because they got all kind of abortion bans going on and lawsuits and different things like that going on, even though it was put into law. All right, now they're counting the law in different states on, you know, the abortion, putting a ban in place, pending lawsuits and different things of that nature, man. All right. So at the end of the day, feminists rule. At the end of the day, man, a woman have compassed a man. All right. So the cry out for the woman is loud. All right. And the laws and rules are made to protect the women, especially in Babylon, man. All right, and in different parts of the earth, but chiefly here in Babylon. But it says, let me play this, and I'm gonna get a few precepts. I'm gonna desire be edifying. Let me play this.
Judge today blocked that state from enforcing its 150-year-old abortion ban. It's the latest court battle playing out across the country since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, including in Florida, where a 15-week ban was allowed to take effect while on appeal. Here's CBS's Manuel Bojorquez.
Dr. Samantha Deans of Planned Parenthood says their facilities took in as many women seeking abortions as they could before Florida's 15-week ban on the procedure went into effect this month.
We, had to increase our staffing. We had to increase our appointments.
The law was briefly blocked by a judge, but reinstated when the state appealed, adding to the confusion.
Our patients equally have been confused and devastated and struggling and panicked.
So you had to turn women away?
Absolutely.
What are those conversations like?
Those are some of the hardest conversations that I have to have with patients.
Still, Florida's abortion law is less restrictive than those in neighboring states, meaning many women from out of state come here. Florida is on track to surpass last year's total of out-of-state abortions, nearly 4,900.
Florida is turning into an abortion destination state here in the South.
Andrew Sherville is founder of Florida Voice for the Unborn.
We need a total ban on abortions here.
Sherville is calling on Republican Governor Ron DeSantis to convene a special legislative session to further restrict access. But after signing the 15-week ban into law in April, the governor has yet to provide specifics on what additional restrictions he'd support. It's fueling speculation that it's a political tight spot as he seeks re-election this year and eyes a potential run for president in 2024.
I'm 100% confident that Florida will enact further abortion restrictions or bans. How far we go, though, is really up to the governor.
The governor has said he is confident the new law will survive the legal challenges. As it stands now.
Yeah, but the thing is, it shouldn't be a 15-week ban because it's murder. All right. On top of that, 9 times out of 10, the woman probably committed adultery. All right. So it shouldn't even be a ban. All right. I mean, it shouldn't be 15 weeks. Nah, it should be no weeks. All right. Once a woman have conceived, that's a person. All right. But they put these type of things into play, like the father, so that'll make the man want to have the woman to get the abortion even more because he automatically is getting put on child support, which is an unrighteous decree. All right. Which all those things are going to come to an end eventually, man. All right. Because just to hone in on the topic of the actual lesson, let's just read the article a little bit. It says Republican lawmakers have a new proposal after the Supreme Court in June overturned the Roe v. Wade. Prospective fathers should be on the hook for paying child support from the moment of conception. Now, these women deal with multiple men. Some women, hundreds of men. Some women got back page. Some women are strippers. Some women sleep with men for a living. All right. But so who they gonna choose to get to pretty much say they had sex with, man? When they legitimately can't find out who the father is. What, you just gonna go pick a random man out the earth? Just go get one of the brothers. Hey, this guy right here, he got me impregnated. All right. The woman could be lying under oath. All right. Lying not under oath. All right. Which the women are lying, man. All right. Because they are on trial, all right, for the wickedness that they've done, and they try to hide it or condemn it, man. All right. The father have put them under trial. You see? Matter of fact, let me get that. And there's a reason why these women is on the spot in these latter days, all right? Because the venture's about to fail them, ultimately, all right? This is Wisdom of Solomon. I always like to go to this. 4, verse 6. It says, for children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial. See, and the woman trying to cover up this wickedness, man, all right? They want to go off and have children when they're on girl trips, get pregnant, and hide the evidence, man. Or hide their wickedness, man. All right? Abortion is merely a bailout to cover up wickedness, man. First of all, it's adultery and murder, which both of those are considered to be sins unto death, man. All right? That's why the woman is bloody. And they have a lot to pay for in these upcoming days, man. And the father haven't forgotten no iniquity, man. You see? Especially if you women. Because a lot of men blood done been shed behind you women, man. All right? It says the new bill introduced on July 13 in both the Senate and House is called the Unborn Child Support Act. What? And would amend the Social Security Act to give mothers the ability to receive child support payments while they are pregnant. According to a statement from Senator Kevin Cramer, a Republican from North Dakota. The proposal comes as roughly 24 states are restricting abortion access in the wake of Supreme Court judge decision striking down a 50-year-old precedent set through Roe versus Wade support programs. And that Roe versus Wade should have been worldwide. It shouldn't have been a state over here that could still continue abortions, all right, under 15 weeks or or whatever, just have abortion clinics, period, man. Planned Parenthood is an unrighteous decree, man. All right? Ain't no Planned Parenthoods in the kingdom, man. All right? It says, Support programs for pregnant women and women with newborn children are lacking in many of the states that are restricting abortion. That includes the 8 states that are opted out of the medical expansion under the Affordable Care Act. And all these different acts, man, just allow wickedness to flourish, which cover pregnancy through postpartum for lower income Americans. And everything is set up for the woman at the end of the day. That spark and a child is not a decision, man. All right, that's a life. Okay, a life has no decision. All right, that's supposed to be automatic. All right, but we understand what the Father have set in place. So let the law and will be done. It says that sparked criticism from Democrats and people who support reproductive rights, who note that banning abortion will force many women to carry a child to term without the financial or health resources necessary to care for it. Women who are denied abortions are more likely to suffer from economic distress. Well, they're suffering from economic distress with these low-income jobs and on these government programs, but yet they steady fucking, man. All right, so who fault is that, man? All right, these women know you're an Israelite woman. You know you're going to conceive. You know you're still fruitful. All right, your womb is not barren. Every time you fucking there's a possibility for you to get pregnant, Jake. Especially you Jake women, who I'm really addressing this at more than any, other you Israelite women. Including experience a higher rate of bankruptcy and eviction, according to a study that tracked 1,000 women who were denied abortion care. Mothers should be able to access child support payments as soon as she is supporting a child, whereas she already get food stamps. All right? All you're doing is feeding the child in your belly, in your womb. So what you're eating, the child is eating off. However however it goes in the inside, because we don't know how the bones grow in the children and particular things. But obviously, he's feeding off what the mother's eating, right? He's the fetus. It says, Kramer said in the statement, he added, fathers have obligations, financial and otherwise, during pregnancy. But what if that ain't the father? All right, what if he ain't the father of the child? Just put the obligation on any man? You see? Although it's unclear whether the bill has any chance of moving forward in Congress, they're going to find a way to put this bill into law. Arguments over the status of a fetus revealed the complex new legal landscape around reproductive rights. For instance, earlier this month, a pregnant Texas woman who was pulled over for driving in a high-occupancy vehicle lane argued that her unborn baby should count as a second person, citing the Supreme Court's Roe versus Wade ruling. Now, case in point, all right, because they're going to come up with some type of system that you would check the child and see whose father it is, or who the woman is basically litigating. All right, this is the baby father, right? They'll call them in and check them. But now you're going to have to stick some type of needle in a woman or something like that, which can ultimately what? Wreck the way the child is born, the genes inside of the child, man. You see? Can hurt the fetus. That's why they like, let's check to see if the baby retarded. Usually when those women check that, they probably hit the baby with something and the baby end up being remedial, man. All right? Because there's no need to see if the baby retarded if you don't know how the baby is growing, man. What does it need to check or shoot something inside the woman or stick some type of needle in her to affect the baby growth? You see? But women don't pay attention to that shit. They just do whatever the doctors tell them. All right? The woman, Brandy Botan, told CBS News that she viewed the incidents as involving 2 people and that she planned to fight the traffic ticket in court. Now it's 2 people before you get the abortion. But when you won't get the abortion and feel like you don't want the child, all right, is my body, my choice. Make it make sense, man. Some reproductive rights advocates are sounding the alarm about the GOP proposal, noting that the effort could be a way to redefine a fetus as a person from the moment of conception. The idea of personhood has legal implications for the rights of a fetus versus those of the parent, and is a long-standing issue on both sides of the abortion debate. All right. I don't think they really care about people getting support when they're pregnant. Mississippi Reproductive Freedom Fund co-founder Laura Bertram Roberts told the Mississippi Free Press, and too many people got no fucking opinions, man. All right, based on this, man. All right, it's one law, that's it. You get pregnant to have a child, that's it. The only opinion matter, which is not opinion, is a fact, is the word of the Lord at the end of the day, man. Any other opinion is null and void, because everything is an opinion long as it comes from man. All right, be it be the word of the Lord. I think that real goal is to get personhood language into a bill. The bill will work by amending the Social Security Act, which that shouldn't even been a fucking act. All right, another unrighteous decree, Social Security. What? You're taking man wages just to say for when they die they got money to they're taking your money, saving your money for you, quote unquote, all right, that you may have money once you retire. Man, I should be the one that's you know, handling my money, all right, and determining what I spend and use as I live and die, man, at the end of the day, or as I'm living, okay? No man, I don't need no man to count my money, man, for me. All right, ultimately, you see, or handle my money for me. I can save and anything I need once I retire, man. I don't need nobody counseling or governing my money, which is my wages. They're taking your wages, all right, and telling you, look, we're going to give it to you once you reach a certain age. That's an unrighteous decree, man. They're supposed to pay a man the same day he worked, all his money. But that's not the, you know, the meat of the lesson. It says, which requires states to manage a public child support system that oversees issues such as determining paternity and collecting child support. Under the proposal, a court could award child support payments prior to birth and retroactively to the point of conception, as determined by a doctor. According to the statement, it also wouldn't require women to ask for child support if they don't want the prospective father's involvement. Paternity tests would be up to the prospective mother, according to the statement. The bill is co-sponsored by a number of Republican lawmakers, including Senators Marshall Blackburn of Tennessee and Marco Rubio of Florida. Let's go back up to this. GOP lawmakers want would-be fathers to pay child support from conception, which is off, man. Let me get a few precepts. Because, see, we cry out about these things, all right, but, you know, the law never go for it, man. You know, the law never go for it, man. Let me get that. All right. It's Habakkuk 1:4. It says, therefore the law is slack, and judgment do never go forth. For the wicked dog compares about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceeded, man. You see? Wrong judgment is proceed, man, in this thing, man. Because these people, ultimately, right, Wisdom of Solomon 2:11, they're using their injustice system, all right, to oppress the poor people, man. It says 2:11. It says, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth, which we're the feeble. So we're worth nothing to them. So at the end of the day, they could just create a law out of thin air, man, just to continue to oppress us, man. All right? Just to continue to oppress us, man. Huh. He said, let their law of justice, you see? The things that they have put in place. This Job, this is what we do, right? But we're not heard. Nobody care about the poor, old, righteous man, right? This Job 19:7. It says, behold, I cry out of wrong, but I am not heard. I cry aloud, but there is no judgment. And our cry is when we speak out on these, you know, video epistles and different things like that. But ultimately, we're not heard, man. All right, why? Because again, these our oppressor, right? He has the platform of the ears, man, of the ears of the people. So when we cry out, our people don't understand righteousness. Righteousness for them have been replaced with what? Wrongfulness, wicked, wrongdoing. You see? So what's right to them is wrong, and what's wrong is right. Now people don't have a thorough understanding of things, man. All right? I was thinking of that precept in Psalms. I just can't get it. But, yeah, man, that's just nonetheless, man, the Unborn Child Support Act, But that's all I wanted to hone in on, man. I just found this to be interesting, and I just pray that, it be edifying to those that hear it, man, and continue to pray to get out of Babylon, out of this wicked kingdom. Abba Ratazah be edifying, man. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom.